What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tonyd2wild checking in once again, back with the banger of the day, guys, with another edition of Got 'em Early. I gotta be a little bit quiet, man. Baby 2 Wild is asleep right now, and I don't want to wake him up. But what's going on, everybody in the building? And I hope you guys have had a great week so far. We got a couple of packages in the building. One in particular I've been looking forward to seeing. Unfortunately, it's for the ladies, but I'm pretty sure men will get involved as well. But with that said, the first shoe that we have here, which I saw, which is pretty dope as well, something a little bit different from the Nike 180 and a new colorway that I really like, and that is the Nike 180. They're calling it the Beetlejuice and also the Joker. Now, these are just terms that have probably been pushed along through articles and sneaker articles out there, because these are not any sort of actual collaboration with Nike themselves, but you guys know that sometimes those type of themes or those type of names go along with a sneaker to help push it, and sometimes they're unofficial names, or sometimes it's just what the articles pick up. And what I mean by that is, you've had Jordan 6 Oreos, you've had well, the Fruity Pebbles was an official release for LeBron James, but sometimes you have those specific names of sneakers, but they're not what is being pushed by the brand. But it's almost like a, yo, we're calling these the Oreos, but we can't do that for legal reasons. Something like that, you feel me? So with that said, though, we have the Beetlejuice and then also the Joker being utilized as the name here for this Nike 180. Now, these are actually decked out in like an upper of suede alongside with that, I don't want to say neoprene, because it's more of a like a vinyl like material of some sorts, or a mesh, a little bit of mixture of both. And then the actual swoosh itself is of a leather. Now, we've seen, of course, the Ultramarines come out, the Dusty Cactus, which was a reversal version of the Ultramarine. Now we have these, and there's no set release date for these bad boys, but that is said to be releasing sometime later in this fall for $150. Now, I saw Beetlejuice and then I saw Joker, and looking at this, I do think it's more in line with Beetlejuice from just what I've seen, but then like the icing on the cake is the actual lace tips itself. Like, you can literally see the stripes right there on the lace tips, like Beetlejuice's actual outfit. And these colors match a little bit more. When I think of Joker, this is more like a Concord, right? Joker's a little bit more purple, I would say. Not, even though Concord is purple, this is like a, Concord is a version of purple, but the purple I'm thinking of is a more on the lavender side, I guess, or that area. This is more of a bluish purple, right? It says black, says white, action green, Nike Air 180, and this is a quick strike as well. Size is a size 9, 8.5 and 9 is what I usually go with on this particular shoe. It's a very light shoe at the same time, and it does wrinkle fairly easily because of the materials that it utilized, but it's also a very comfortable shoe still at the end of the day, and very flexible. This one having that leather still is a very, you could just see, you could just pretty much push it and it crumbles. But the 180 unit on here is very comfortable. It is an old school shoe, as I stated before. It came out, I believe, in '92. It actually is one of the first shoes, I want to say it could be the first shoe that the Concord colorway was put out on, and Michael Jordan actually wore these during the Barcelona Olympics, and there's photos of him wearing the Concord version in pictures during the Barcelona Olympics. So very dope shoe overall to put out there. No set release date, but something to think about if you are in, you know, the 180 mood right now. Go and check it out. Next up, man, we got our third iteration of the collab on this particular shoe, and that is a Bad Bunny shoe. As you guys can see, we've seen this box before. Same exact thing, but they're going a little bit more further into the Sport Gazelle indoor model, Especificación, I'm saying that wrong, Uso or Use, commemorative, and color is maroon crema. I'm saying it wrong, forgive me for my Spanish. I'm trying my very best. But this one is a little bit different. This one is different than the very first version of this shoe we saw, which was the San Juan version and then the Benito version. This one is a collaboration with Bad Bunny and Adidas, but an additional person has been added to the mix with this collab, and that is Messi. Whew. Now, these bad boys are set to release this upcoming Monday, which is October 27th, I want to say, on the Adidas Confirmed app, and it is actually a collaboration of 3 different sneaker models. One is a actual cleat itself. Another one is a more like almost like it looked like a superstar, and then of course you have the Gazelle indoors. These things are wrapped up like crazy. One thing I do notice though, there is no bag featured on this one, which I believe was featured on the previous 2 pairs. The retail price point on these are going to be $180 as well. And this one is a little bit different from the first version because it is of a leather quality. Now there is some suede featured on the shoe in specific little points, but majority of this shoe is decked out in this brown leather. You see right here on the side, you got Benito and Leo on the side. A very dope collab. And I think this one might surpass the very first one, which I think was a very dope one as well. I think this one though is just gonna go a step further. It's like they're just starting to just jump collabs on top of collabs. I saw someone recently even talking about it with Nike doing a Fragment Union collab coming soon. It's like Fragment Union Off-White collab. Like, it's like they're just attaching collabs on top of collabs. And it's cool for what it is, but if it gets overdone, it's gonna be bad. But that has nothing to do with this one. I think they did a very good one here. You got 2 very high-end, I wanted to say athletes of some sort, even though, because, you know, as an artist, it's a form of that, but talent, we'll say overall, depending on how you want to call it. But from Adidas end, the top-notch talent collaborating on a sneaker. And the Gazelle Indoor is a soccer shoe, so it makes sense from Messi's standpoint. Then they wanted to dress up the actual Gazelle to be more of something that you can actually rock and wear, and that's where the little bit of tuning went in, which I think these look very dope on feet, and also they feel good on feet. The quality is really nice. $180 is very high up there, so we're gonna have to see, but I don't think that's gonna stop anything. BBXLM, that's what it says, Gazelle Indoor. Bad Bunny. It's Messi, right? How you say Messi's first name? Is it like Lionel or Leono? Let me say it correctly.
We're looking at how to pronounce the name of legendary football player originally from
Lionel,
Argentina,
right? Lionel?
Has been playing
Lionel.
For one of the great. How do you go about pronouncing his name with the Spanish/Argentinian pronunciation?
Just say it, bro.
Lionel Messi.
I can't say it.
Lionel
Messi.
Do not say Lionel, but rather
Lionel
Messi.
Messi.
Lionel
Messi. Lionel Messi.
Here are more
Lionel
names that you may want to
Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. Okay. Also, I noticed on the back, you got a little bit of a difference here. You got the X on the back. I just noticed that was not on the original there, of course. And that is of a suede material or nubuck material. Overall, though, this shoe is dope. I actually like this. I like this one the most. The color, like the earth tones, always gonna get me, you know, up. I'm always gonna have a thing for earth tones, browns, tans, olives, preferred. The blue one's very dope. Don't get me wrong, but this is an everyday wear, in my humble opinion. And the gum bottom just makes the panties drop on top of it. So stay tuned. These are coming very soon on this upcoming Monday. And then last but not least, guys, I think these are pretty cool, but this is a pass. But it's a cool thing. It's cool. It's cool to show. I'm looking forward to showing it, but it's a pass, okay? And it's too damn expensive. Like Jordan Brand, you're gonna learn. You're gonna finally learn your lesson here, right? That is the Jordan 11 Bread Velvet. Now these are set to release on November 11th, and the retail price point, what I'm seeing right now, is $230. Let me not act completely like stupid or like what, because I'm pretty sure then if these are $230, that means the legend blues, the Columbias that are set to release was also going to be at this $230 price point. And I just forgot, because I mean, we talk about sneakers every single day. I'm going to forget price points. I'm going to forget release dates. Like, we talk about shoes every single day. We're going to forget. But with that said, we got these, man. Like, looking at these, they look really good. And they scream Christmas time. Like, this looks like straight up Santa Claus's fit. Like, Santa can rock these off the rip and be good to go. This is definitely, like, in my opinion, some dope ass Christmas vibes for sure. But $230 for this particular shoe is wild. And $230 for the Legend Blue is too much as well. Don't get me wrong. But with that said, I'm gonna have to pick which one I actually want to spend that on. Like, and I'm not okay with spending it, but I will spend the $230 to get the Legend Blue. I'd spend the $230 to get the Bread. I'd spend the $230 to get the Concord. I don't believe in that, but I wouldn't spend it for a secondary color or some sort of swap of some sorts. I'm surprised they didn't call these the reimagined Jordan 11 bread. Maybe they learned their lesson. Maybe these were called the reimagined at first, and they're like, oh, don't take that name out of it because they seen what happened. Women's Air Jordan 11 black / gem red white. Now, the actual sole itself and the actual carbon fiber, everything matches for the most part fairly well with the original Jordan 11 bread. Just pretty much the upper's been swapped out for a velvet material, and that velvet material looks and feels pretty dope for the most part. The laces are slightly thinner, but that's typical when it comes to women's sneakers. They're not the thick Jordan 11 laces. On the inside, you have a red insole with a black Jumpman, and I was honestly thinking thought I was going to see somewhere where it was going to say something along the lines of the material falling off or depleting over time, but I don't see anything here for that. So yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be coming off or anything of that matter. It seems like it's, I mean, at least that's what's not being put here. The tips have a red lace tip. I think these are pretty nice overall. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I mean, they're nice, but they're not $230, and I'm not copping them. You feel me? But they are a very dope overall shoe. You have also, of course, the Jumpman, which is featured in red, and that seems to be just a typical plastic that is on there on that side, not metal. You have the 23 on the back, which is it's almost like a screen print, but it is textured. It's not your typical like screen print ink, right? It's actually textured out. You can actually see within there, and hopefully I can get like a good up close visual for y'all. Hold on, focus. Don't focus on me, focus on this. There you go. And I'll try to get close up to let you see it, but like you can see within the grooves of the 23, because there are grooves in there, and it kind of, you know, does very, very well, like as far as how it feels, the texture and it popping out. The third spacing, you have a black with a red Jumpman Jordan on there. Like I stated before, the laces are semi-thick, but when it comes to women's sneakers, that's women 11 specifically, that's how they usually do it. The bottoms are slightly translucent, you know, not fully transparent, so that's pretty typical. And like I stated before, the carbon fiber is real, or feels real for the most part, but it is carbon fiber. We do know that when it came to women's shoes in the past, they typically would put plastic, fake carbon fiber here, but for the most part, this looks pretty legitimate to what we would see on a men's pair for the most part is what I would say. No widows peaks, everything looks good and in line, and yeah. Still ain't worth $230, but it is a nice overall shoe. I'm not gonna lie, it's nice, but it ain't $230 nice. But it's worth talking about and reviewing. But be on the lookout, November 11th, $230. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section as always. I love y'all, I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one, man. I'm out. Peace.